So the first part of document representation is done. So which terms to select and how to transform, or particularly how to describe the content using content. This part is basically done. So just to give you a recap, we will be using free text indexing, we will be using stemming, and we will be using a stopword removal set of stopwords, which will be not very aggressive, but not that much lenient as well. It will be containing certain terms. As we have discussed earlier in the last class, stopword removal can be problematic for some cases, but is actually useful while applying feedback models. So the next part of document representation is how to store these terms. So in the first part, we have selected a set of terms, right? Now, how to store these terms efficiently such that we can look up these documents fast. So let's discuss this from a point of view of a simple example. This is a simple information retrieval problem and its possible solution. Let's say I have given you the book on Shakespeare's work, all the Shakespeare's work, sorry, and the task is to find the plays containing the terms Caesar and Cleopatra. So in general, so given a set of terms which will be considered as query, the task is to retrieve a set of documents containing these terms or the query terms. So in this case, although in this picture there is only one book, but we know that this book is containing multiple plays. Play 1, say Hamlet, play 2, say Macbeth, and so on and so forth. So we need to select those plays which will be basically considered as the docs or documents containing these terms. A simple solution for the simple IR problem is basically to perform a linear search or a linear scan. So basically what we will be doing is we will be performing an operation which is also referred to as greping. Those of you who use Unix operating system might heard of a command named grep, using which we can search for the occurrence of certain words in documents, which actually performs a linear scan or linear search. So the simple solution is to perform a linear scan through the whole document collection for the terms. So in case it is multi-term query like Caesar and Cleopatra, we will be performing a linear scan for term 1, that is Caesar. We will be ending up with a list of documents, say D1. This is basically a list. Then we will be performing another grep or another linear scan on this D1 to get a set of or a list of documents, say D2, containing the term 2 or term Cleopatra. So basically, if I draw a Venn diagram, so if this is the entire collection, first with the first grep, I will be selecting this set. This is basically D1, and then I will be performing the second grep, which will be basically this set D2. Okay. The advantage of this approach is it will be very fast, but there is a condition: if the number of documents are small. Otherwise, it will be too much time consuming. So let's look at this from the grep's point of view. So given the task, as I said, the task is given a set of terms, basically a query, retrieve a set of documents containing those terms, right? So let's consider you have, say, 100 txt files, right? Now you need to, so let's say you have the query Q1, Q2, Q3. you need to search for the occurrence of Q1, Q2, Q3 in these 100 txt files. So using grep, you can perform a search like this. Grep is the command name, as I have said. -R is basically indicating that I will be performing a recursive search. Recursive on all the terms or on all the documents following this criteria. So start.txt is basically a regular expression indicating all the documents having title or having name something.txt or having extension.txt. Here -L will be basically giving you a set of only the document IDs or basically the line numbers, or extremely sorry, -L will be just returning the name of the file. So let's just quickly show you this, although this will not be that much useful for you guys still. So there are actually 100 files. So let me just open a terminal to show you. So if I ls, there are actually 100 txt files. So ls, so you can see there are actually 100 txt files. Okay, now what I need to do is I want to check the occurrence of, say, the term, say, mercy, MERCY. So what we need to do is we need to perform this grep -R, then in quote the term mercy, and then star.txt. This will be basically returning a set of documents which are containing the term, right? So in this document, as you can see, it is containing the term mercy multiple times. If we just want to get the name of the file, we need to apply this -L parameter. It will be only returning the ID or basically the name of the file. So we can also search with Caesar. You can see there is no occurrence because capital C and small c are different. So if I want to make this search case independent, I can actually give this -I extension to this grep command, which will be actually checking the occurrence in a case insensitive way. All right. So the drawback of using grep is, as I have already told you, grep performs a linear search. So instead of 100 documents, if we have 100,000 documents, we can understand the time that it will be taking to perform a linear search. So another thing is, if I am searching with Caesar, I am performing a grep, a linear search from the beginning. If I am searching, if in the second case, if I am searching with Cleopatra, it will be again performing another linear search. So for every search, a new linear search will be needed on the whole collection, which will be again time consuming for all the queries. And not type of query is actually non-trivial, although there is a parameter in grep called -v, which is basically inverse of checking. That is, it will be giving us the documents that is not containing certain term, but still it is not actually trivial to apply or actually use. Another type of limitation of this grepping is the proximity, the limitation regarding applying proximity query. Proximity query in the sense, if we want to check the presence of certain terms together, or say one term after each other, this kind of a proximity query is not possible using grep. And the foremost important drawback is, using grep we cannot perform a ranked retrieval. Ranked retrieval means we know that all these documents, as we have performed, as we have seen, all these documents are not actually equally important if we are searching with Caesar. Some of the documents might be just mentioning the name of the Caesar maybe once or twice. So we need to have a ranking feature which will be ranking the documents based on their relevance to the query. So this kind of a ranking is not actually possible using grepy. Still, we need to have another efficient mechanism other than this. So from that motivation, we'll be discussing how to store the terms efficiently. So there are two basic ways that we'll be discussing. One is using term document incidence matrix and another is inverted index.